Hey everybody, it's Phineas Rage here. Welcome back to Minecraft for Kids, and today we're going to go over how to trade with villagers. So, in this episode, as I said, we're going to talk about villagers and how to trade with them. So, I set up all these little stalls for them. So, there's one of each kind, so we can talk about what each one does. And notice this, I've put it over here, a half slab there, so he can't jump up. And I put this here as a trap door. You can't get past it, but when we're done talking to them, we can let them all out so they don't just have to stay hanging out in there forever. So, because they built them a nice little place to live over there. So, anyway, when we're done talking, we'll let them all go over there and have a good time. So, let's start over here on this end. Now, in order to trade with a villager, you have to right-click on them with an empty hand. Okay, and up top it says their names. This one's an armorer. That means he makes armor. That makes good sense. And these are the trades he's offering. He says, I want 19 coal, and I'll give you 1 emerald. And I say, well, okay, that seems reasonable. And you press this button here. And he says, well, if you give me 4 emeralds, I'll give you an iron helmet. I said, well, that's interesting. Now, notice this button here is grayed out. That means he doesn't have any more trades in this direction, okay? But let's get some stuff and let's trade with them. Let's see what we have. I got a bunch of stuff for trading with villagers. Let's take a bunch of coal here. Let's take as much coal as we can. We're like, this will be brilliant. All right, so we go to this guy and we say, hey, do you want coal? We put as much of the coal as we want in there. Shows us an emerald. We hold down shift if we want to take all the emeralds we can for this, and then we click on it. Boom, look, he gives us 3 emeralds. And you saw we got some experience there. We're in creative, so it doesn't show, but we did get experience. Okay, look at this. So he's got purple things going on and little green things going on there. Now, what does that mean? That means he says, hey, we did the trade, and you're okay by me. I like you. Here's some other stuff I have. So you right-click on him again. And notice now, we can go to the right again. He says, hey, for 9 iron, I'll give you an emerald. You're like, really? He's like, and for 11 emeralds, I'll give you an iron chest plate. I said, well, that's kind of cool. Nice. And still nothing here. But let's see, what else can we do? Can we trade with him more? Let's get some more emeralds out here just in case. If we go over here and we say, let's trade more coal. Here's even some more coal. And we grab all these. Oh, we're doing so well. Now, we're getting really lucky. He's very happy to trade more coal with us. Sometimes they say, hey, that's enough coal for now. And they get a big X here and here. And they say, I don't want to trade coal with you anymore for a little while because they're out of coal. But let's see what else they got. Did I make you any happier? No, because it's the same thing we've done before. So let's go to a new trade, and let's say I'll give you 11. I'll give you 11 of these for 1 of these. How's that? Okay, now let's take a look at him. Is he happier now? Yep. See, look, and the green means he's ready to do more trades again. So this means he's got more trades opening up, and the green sparkles mean that, like, these red X's, if they were here, they should go away. He should be like, I have more coal now. So rather, I need more coal. Let's trade. So you keep going over here to the right. Let's see what now. Now he says 3 diamonds. I'll give you an emerald. And I say, what? Are you crazy, sir? I will not. That is silly. I would never give you 3 diamonds for 1 emerald. Not when I can go over here and give you like 9 iron, right, for an emerald. Or I can give you, a bunch of coal for an emerald. I'm never going to give you diamonds. It doesn't make any sense. So their deals don't always make a lot of sense. But, ooh, look at this. That's nice. So for 19 emeralds, it'll give us a magical projectile protection for diamond chestplate. That's actually pretty good. So that's nice. Let's buy one of those. Let's buy one of those. That seems really nice of us. And let's see, does he like us anymore? It looks like. Okay, so he's got more trades maybe? Let's take a look all the way back here. Oh, and now he'll make chainmail for us. So once you get an armorer making chainmail, let's see, let's buy some more chainmail. Let's just show it off. Look, remember this? I talked about this in How to Fight Monsters, how you have to buy it off villagers. Well, that's what we're doing right now. See, there you go. Oh, look at, well, that's creative. That's not what I want to do. Here, look, let's go into my inventory there. All right, chain, let's put that on right there. Okay, that's pretty fancy looking. So let's see. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to have any more trades for us after chainmail. No, I think he's done, but he's still sparkled, and I believe that means that he's ready to trade all his different things again. So that's cool. All right, let's talk to this guy here. Now, I've already leveled up all these villagers. I have already gotten all their trades that they want to do, but let's just go through each one and we'll demonstrate what they do. So this is a librarian, and librarians have some very cool stuff. So they want paper, okay, and you can make paper from sugarcane, and I'll show you that in a second, actually. Because usually you start out with a lot of paper for these guys. And they say, give me a book and give me some emeralds and I'll give you a magic book. And this one's Aqua Affinity 1. That means you can dig faster underwater. That's okay. That's okay. Um, so, oh, look, in the 9 books, we give compasses sometimes, or bookshelves, so that's not bad. Sometimes if you write books, he was like, yeah, okay, I'll take an emerald for that. It's not so bad. Or he'll make a clock, but, that seems kind of expensive for a clock. Glass, if you want glass. Oh, and then usually a better magic book up near the top. So fire aspect 2, that's pretty good. You put that on a bow, and that makes things catch on fire when you shoot arrows with it. So, and that's what he gives us. So mostly magic books are the most useful thing he gives us. Let's take a look at the clerics. Now, clerics are great because remember in How to Fight Monsters, I said there's no use for rotten flesh from zombies. That wasn't exactly true. I was being flippant. I was just kind of being funny. So you can trade them to clerics, which is really great. Okay, so because really you can eat them if you want to, but they're really not good for you, so you shouldn't. So you trade it to clerics. They give you emeralds, and you could give them gold. But why? When you've probably got a lot of this, right? And that's how you get them started. You trade some zombie flesh. They get to like you a little bit more. Then they're like, hey, I'll trade for redstone or lapis lazuli. And this is important because you need this to make magic stuff, and it only can be found deep underground, or you buy it from clerics. That's not bad. Now, some clerics will say 1 emerald for 3 lapis lazuli, and that's much better. So you want to look around at different villagers and see who has the better deals, right? Now, right now they're selling Eyes of Ender, but I think in the 1.9 update, which is coming out pretty soon at the time I film this, these are just going to be Ender pearls, and you have to make the Eyes of Ender yourself. So, whatever. All right, what else they got? Oh, they make glowstone, so you don't have to go to the Nether. That's cool. And eventually they give you bottles of enchanting, which are they give you experience so you can enchant stuff, right? Pretty simple. It does what it says right on the bottle. So those are clerics. They can help you get rare stuff that you would have to go looking for otherwise. And this guy, I think, is a butcher. So you notice his outfit. You can always tell by their outfit roughly what they're going to be. Librarians and clerics are easy to tell apart. These ones with these black vests here, they usually make tools of some kind, right? This guy's a butcher. Okay, so he wants basically raw meat for emeralds. So you get a bunch of pigs or chickens, and sometimes coal for, I guess he wants to cook with it, so you can give him that too. And then he'll start selling you cooked food later. So that's all right. That's not so bad. Thank you, sir. Okay, and this guy, toolsmith. Okay, they're not as cool as armorers or weaponsmiths, but they will sell you magic tools. So an iron shovel with efficiency 3, so it'll dig faster. All right, for 6 emerald, that's not too bad. And also he'll take iron. Oh, notice this. He says 8 iron for an emerald, whereas this guy over here, he says, I want 9 irons. You say, no, thank you, sir. This guy over here, he'll give me a much better deal. So, you grab that from him. All right, what else? Oh, okay, efficiency 1 magic pick. That's not so bad. This is, again, really silly. Never do this trade. When they say, I want diamonds for emeralds, you say, no, go get your own diamonds. And they'll say, oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, and here we go. A magic pick at the top. That's usually the last thing they give you is some sort of magical diamond tool. Hopefully a pick. So that's not so bad. For 12 emeralds, it's pretty good. And this guy, now see these ones in just the regular brown? They are like Fletchers and leather workers and farmers and stuff like that. This one here is a Fletcher. Fletchers, that means they make bows and arrows, right? Primarily it means they make arrows, but in Minecraft they also make bows. So you start them off with string, all right, which is great because you got all that string from spiders. And once you've made your own bow, you don't really need that string anymore. So you sell it to them to get them started, and they'll sell you arrows, and that's nice. And eventually they'll sell you bows, and then flint with gravel. So it's funny. So you won't have to dig all this gravel to get flint yourself. You say, here's 10 flint or 10 gravel, and here's the thing. Give me 10 flint. They say, fine, I'll do all that for you. So they don't have too much, but they're still useful. The farmer is great because you'll find a lot of wheat and other vegetables in the villages that you find. So you can just pick up all those vegetables and trade them to these guys, and eventually they'll start making you food. Oh, pumpkins, that's fun. Pumpkin pie. And eventually they'll make you cake, and cake is fun. You put it on a table, you can eat it over time. And this guy, okay, weaponsmith. Weaponsmiths are great because, well, that's an axe. It's not really a weapon, but whatever. All right. So 7 iron. This guy's got an even better deal. Okay, that's great. But yeah, they make magical swords. And again, look at this. This is ridiculous. Never do this. Okay, sorry. I've told you several times, so now you know. All right. And, a magic sword. Sharpness 2, unbreaking 2. So it does more damage, and it takes a longer time to break. That's really good. That's a good deal. Okay, if I needed it, it's creative, so I don't need it, but I want it. All right, I'm taking it anyway. There we go. All right, replace my other sword with that, and take these back. Nice. And so that's how you get those guys going. Let's see. Now here, a shepherd. Shepherds are fun. You can trade wool to them. And oh, look, he's happy. He's happy. I don't think he has any new trades, though. Oh, he did. He has one more. He had a magic axe. Well, thank you, sir. I did not know you weren't all leveled up. Shepherds, they just want wool, for the most part, and they'll sell you shears and stuff. That's kind of a silly deal. And then they'll sell you different colors of wool, and that can be fun, maybe, but I don't have too much use for shepherds, especially when you can just raise your own sheep and dye them different colors. And this guy, fisherman, now actually they're pretty useful because they can give you, string, you get you this stuff, coal they'll take, that's great, all easy to get. You don't really want this because you can cook your own fish if you're fishing anyway, right? It's kind of silly. Okay, so let's see. Now here though, this is good. Magical fishing rods. Those are good. That way you can, get better stuff when you go fishing. So in that case, with unbreaking just means it'll last longer. Now this guy over here, you can see this guy. He's also got the little white apron there, just like our butcher friend did over there. So I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a leather worker. Oh, see, there's the red X's. I already traded him too much leather. He says, I don't want any more leather from you, man. I've got all the leather I need. So fine. But, he'll make leather pants and magical leather armor and saddles. So that's actually great. This is very important. This way you can buy saddles, and then when you see horses, you can get on horses and ride them around. So, and I believe that's the best thing he makes, are saddles. Let's get one of those. And we'll see if he gets, any happier with this. No? Okay, so that's pretty much sure that's the best thing they make. So those are all the different kinds of villagers that you can get and the stuff they can trade. So remember, the ones in the black aprons here, they'll usually make you tools and armor and magical versions of those. Magical books for librarians, rare things that you have to dig underground or find in the nether from clerics. This guy, the butcher, you don't really need the butcher too much. Again, tools and stuff, that's cool. Fletchers, good, so you can get your arrows and whatever, but okay. Farmers, you can just get emeralds off farmers. Weaponsmith, again, great. Shepherds, just for fun, but it's not too much use for them. But they're still nice though. They're still nice people. So, and the fishermen, again, okay, if you want to do a lot of fishing, and fishing's fun, and we could talk about fishing maybe in a different episode. I don't know. And this, okay, the leather worker again, really cool because of the saddles. So, and there you go. Those are all the villagers. I want to show you something real quickly. I have set up over here. Let's see. What do I have? All stuff for trading. Oh, here we go. Sugarcane. Now, the reason I'm going to show you sugarcane is because if you take sugarcane and make like 3 like that, it makes 3 paper. So you take a bunch of sugarcane and you're like, I want a lot of paper, and you get all this paper, and then you go to librarians. You say, hey, librarians, do you want paper? And they say, yes, I do. And that's pretty great because you can make sugarcane very easily. You see that? Remember, you can just plant it along this entire edge of a river. You could plant so much sugarcane and have so much paper. And so if you get a lot of librarians in a village, you can get a lot of emeralds pretty easily. So in any case, that's all the villagers. And now we're gonna let them go. Let them see what the new houses look like. And we made a nice safe place for them. There's actually a lot of light here. You might not see it, but that's because I put it under the carpet here. So carpets don't block light, so you can put lights under carpets. Look, they're farming. See, they like to farm too, and they trade vegetables with each other. But yes, there are lights under the carpet here because light shows through, but you can't see it as a player, so it still just looks cool like it's a carpet. I'll show you the houses. This is the little one I made just with a light in the corner. It's for hanging out. That's fine. And this house over here, they got a little stove and they got a crafting table, even though they don't really need them. They're just for show. And hey, look at you. You're up on top of that table. You silly guy. All right. And in here, got them some bookshelves and a little record player with a record in it. And there we go. I'll just play them some music. And that's, oh look, I put the paintings up and everything. So it's a nice little place, and it should be safe from monsters because of the light and the wall. So they should have a good time living here in this handy-dandy little village. And that is how you use villagers to get emeralds and other cool stuff. So if you have any questions, just put them in the description down below there, and we can talk about it. Okay? And I'll see you all in the next episode.